If you guys are looking for a cheap and reliable place to get your FIFA 16 coins, check the link in the description and use the code Itani to get 5% off. Alright, so if you're struggling in this FIFA, I'm here to help you. If you've been breaking your controllers, shouting at your mom, or breaking your TV screen, I understand. It is a very, very different FIFA. There's a big learning curve. And basically, I'm going to give you some tips. Hopefully, it helps you out. If you do enjoy this video, please hit the like button. And make sure you check out G2A. The link will be in the description if you want to buy PSN cards or Microsoft points to open packs. So, 3-5-2. If you guys remember in FIFA 13, that was an amazing formation. Very overpowered. And I would have to say it is... I think that's the only formation I saw people running in that game. FIFA 13 was crazy. It was fun. But now that is over. FIFA 14 comes along and I started running the 4-2-2 because the 3-5-2 was not effective anymore and everyone was just fucking running on the wings, crossing it and heading it in. Heading was OP in FIFA 14. FIFA 15 comes along, 3-5-2 does not work in that formation. 3-5-2 does not work in that formation. 3-5-2 does not work in that FIFA because if you guys remember just last year, pace was such a big problem. So without a left back, without a right back, you were getting fucked, in my opinion. So FIFA 16 comes along, you try out pace, it's not that big of a deal anymore. It's not that, you're not that fast. So 3-5-2 is actually effective this year. It's actually, I'm going to go as far as saying it's very, very effective, and I will have to say is probably the most effective formation for me in this game. Second best formation is a 4-4-2. Is very effective in this game as well, and it's my second favorite formation. But I'm going to tell you why I like 3-5-2 in this game. So to begin with, heading is not overpowered. Heading is actually pretty useless. So if I think out of 100 matches, I haven't conceded many headers. I think 4 or 5 headers. It's very rare to concede a header in this game, and I can't even remember the last time I conceded a header. So one of the things you have to remember is how much option you have in midfield with a 3-5-2 formation. Look at this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 players in midfield is fucking crazy, and that is amazing. Do you know why? Because you have more options. More, you could open up your opponent's defense because you have so many players in the midfield, and it's easy to pass it to them because they're always open. Your opponent doesn't always have 5 midfielders, and I haven't seen many players running the 3-5-2 yet. So it's really effective also if someone's playing park the bus. You could take long range shots. Playing park the bus this year doesn't actually work if you're patient and don't attack too much and just try and take shots outside the penalty area. So if he wants to park the bus, take shots outside the penalty area and you're good to go. Alright, another thing that you really need to know in the 3-5-2 is left midfielders and right midfielders are very, very important. Have strong ones. Basically, 80 physical on a left mid is fucking crazy, and that's amazing. So I would recommend someone that's strong in left mid. So maybe if you're running a Serie A team, Asamoah is very effective in that formation. Then we have Candreva as right midfielder, 74 physical. Basically, why they're important to have really high physical is because they're going to come back and defend and act as left backs and right backs. So if someone's trying to abuse the wings because they see you're running a 3-5-2, your left mid and your right mid are going to act as your defenders. So make sure you take the time and buy decent right mids and left mids because they're really going to help you out. So your central defensive mids are very important as well because they're going to be the ones that the opponent is not focusing on. So if they're playing park the bus, they're gonna give them so much space because they're gonna see your strikers and your centre attacking mids running forward. They're gonna be trying to cover them up, and you could take just a long range shot with Matt House or Pogba or whoever you have in central defensive mid, and they're gonna score you easy goals because shooting from long range and scoring in this FIFA is a lot easier than FIFA 15 because goalkeepers are fucking stupid outside the penalty area. Alright, another thing I really like about the 3-5-2 is the centre backs. So what I really like is that you have 3 centre backs rather than 2, and basically after they pass Nedved, if they're running on the wings, you have to have a left centre back that is actually pretty fast because he's going to be the next man. He's going to have to catch up to them and intercept them if they're trying to cut in. or whatever they're trying to do. Same thing goes for your right centre back. Now, in this game, because crossing is so shit, as you guys know, corners, it's just your goalkeeper is going to come out and catch it. So corners are useless unless they pass it off to one of their players. So that's why I had Cannavaro here instead of Blanc. But even with two short centre backs, I think 5'9" Cannavaro and 5'9" Barisi, what happened was I didn't even concede any headers. Now the reason I actually changed Cannavaro is because Blanc just looked way better and he was stronger and taller at the same time, and he was pretty much around the same price. Now Cannavaro, I just did not like him in this game. He seemed a lot more effective in the last FIFA than this one, so that's the only reason I changed him. I didn't even change him because of his height. And both of these centre-backs, Barisi and Cannavaro, were very short, well, basically were short, and I just didn't find a problem with it. Now, what's important is to have a very strong and very tall centre-back in the middle to stop the through balls, because he's going to be your brick wall in the centre, and he's going to be probably your last man before your opponent is through onto goal. So it's very important to put a very high rated centre-back in the middle, and someone that's strong enough and someone that's tall enough, because over the top through balls can still work in this game. But that is all there is to it, and I'm going to show you some of the instructions I have. Alright, so for your strikers, stay central, getting behind helps them make more runs, really helps you out if you're struggling to create anything forward. Then we move down to the centre attack mid, stay forward and stay on the edge of the box, because basically crossing is not that good in this game anyway, and also if you have a centre attack in mid that is amazing at shooting, why the fuck would you want him in the box anyway? So as you guys know, in the game in this year's game, the goalkeepers parry everything, and also from corners especially, they always hit it out, or they parry out, or also just catch it. So if they actually do parry out, you have Guarin waiting to take a shot. So that's one of the tactics you can use. Then we move on to everyone else, and I have nothing on anyone else. These are my instructions. I only have instructions on the forwards, centre attack and mid, two strikers, and that is it. That's basically how I've been winning my games. Overall, it's a very, very hard game to get used to. If you're playing like FIFA 15, it's not going to work. But if you love sprint dribbling, basically just use no-touch dribbling. It's the exact same thing. EA just put a fancy name on it this year, in my opinion. So that's all there is to it. The 3-5-2 is the best formation for me this year. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. Let me know your formations that you've been trying out this year, and which one did you find the most effective, and let me know in the comment section below why. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys have a very nice day.